Hello everybody, welcome to the Canadian Edge. Time for another knife review. And today's knife is the OKC RAT 2, or Ontario Knife Company RAT 2. And I know I'm a little bit behind the game with this knife. A lot of people have had this knife for a long time and reviewed it and talked about it. I finally just got my hands on one and thought I'd see what all the fuss was about. And so far I'm very impressed by this knife. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. It has a blade length of 3 inches. Open, it's 7 inches long. Closed, it is 4.125 inches, or the handle's 4.125. The steel on it is the AUS 8 or AUS 8, and it's Taiwan steel. You can it has the drop point blade on it, but you can also get these now in D2 steel as well. If you want the little higher durable steel, you can pick them up in D2 as well. And the weight on this is 2.75 ounces. It has a pocket clip that you can put in 4 different positions. It does come with the pocket clip on the right side tipped down. I changed that out and put it on tip up, so that I prefer mine with the tip up carry. And it is somewhat of a deep carry. I do have a little bit of the knife sticking up, but it sits fairly deep in the pocket. The handle on this is a nylon, the fiberglass reinforced nylon, and you can see it does have good texturing on the handle there for grip purposes. It opens with the dual thumb stud, so you have the 2 thumb studs on there, so you can use this knife ambidextrously. And it does have the jimping on the blade, and it does have open spine, so it makes it easier to clean. You got the 4 little spacers back there. It does make it easier to clean with the open spine, but it also does collect probably more stuff as well. It does have a lanyard hole on it, if you can see that there. Turn it so you can get a better look at it. And it is a liner lock as well. So you've got the liner lock and a little bit of jimping on there for grip. And it does have the brass washers in the pivot. So my first impression of this knife when I took it out of the box and flipped it open was, this is one of the most comfortable knives I have ever held on to. The ergonomics of this knife, for my hand anyway, are amazing. This knife just seems to fit right in the hand, feels great. They've got a bit of a swell here in the middle of the handle. You've got the finger groove there, the jimping on the top, and a little bit of a curved design to the handle. The way they've done it, it just fits so nice into your hand. You get super leverage on this thing. It's, as I say, it's probably the most comfortable knife, if not, well, yeah, it's got to be the most comfortable knife that I've held on to. It just feels so good in your hand. And these knives get toted as bushcraft knives. A lot of people recommend them for camping and that. You can get the bigger brother to this, the RAT 1, which has the longer blade. I believe it's a 3.5 inch blade on it. I'd have to look that up to make sure. But yeah, they are highly sought after by people doing camping and that. They make a great camp knife, good all-around knife for everyday carry. Yeah, it's very nice knife. So I love the ergonomics, love the aesthetics, the way the blade sits a little off center there. It feels really, or looks really good. Makes a nice aesthetic to the knife. It's a comfortable grip. Your hand feels good in there, and you get good grip because of the texturing and that jimping. As Nick Shabazz says, if you work in a Vaseline factory, you'd probably be able to hang on to this knife. It's got really good grip on it, and it has a really smooth pivot as well. I haven't loosened this one to do the drop, but out of the box it just flipped open, and it almost flips open like an assisted knife. It has quite the snap to it when you flip it open, and it's nice smooth pivot on there. The only dislike I had about it was that it comes with the pocket clip on the tip down carry, which is easily changed out. You 3 screws and you can change that out. Otherwise, I didn't have any other complaint about this knife. It has impressed me a lot. There's no play in the blade, and you can see the blade lines up fairly well down the center there. Maybe a little off, but that can be adjusted. It's pretty darn close out of the box. Nothing to complain about. So yeah, I really have no complaints about this knife. This is one of the first knives that I've not had a complaint of some kind about the knife. So let's see what it does for sharpness. Of course, the Oz 8 is easy to sharpen. It won't hold the edge quite as long as D2, but you can see it does come sharp, and like I say, it is quite easy to sharpen it when it gets dull. See how it fares with the zap strap. Oh, cuts through that pretty darn easy. And how about these guys? We got this cord here. Oh, jeepers. No effort at all involved in that. And this one here, just going to pull back on the cord. Yeah, cut it without even pushing on the knife, just pulling back on the cord. So it does come nice and sharp, and I really can't say enough about this knife. I've been so impressed. It fits in your pocket great. Oh, that was one complaint I did have with the pocket clip on the original right hand tip down. I had found that these caught on my pocket, the thumb studs caught on my pocket when I would try and pull it out. But since reversing it, I don't have that problem. It pulls in and out of the pocket nicely. It's a slim design, so it fits in the pocket quite well. And yeah, you'd be very happy with this knife if you were to buy one. Size-wise, there's the Mini Osborne. So it's a little bit bigger than the Mini Osborne. Got a little more handle, a little more blade length. The Mini Griptilian. Handle's about the same. It's about the same size as the Mini Griptilian. So it's a mid-size knife. But I've been very impressed. I can see why people bought these knives and have been using them for camping. I haven't had a chance to use it for a lot of things yet, but this will end up being carried in my pocket on a fairly regular basis, I'm pretty sure. And they're priced not too badly either. They're just under $60 for them, or just over 50, well, between $50 and $60. So yeah, they are a budget friendly knife, and like I say, you're gonna have a hard time finding a knife that is more comfortable in your hand than these knives. And the pocket clip is nice too, that it doesn't interfere in your grip. So I don't think it would become a hot spot hanging on to it for an extended period of time if you're, you know, making shavings, wood and that for starting fire or whatever, or sharpening a stick for marshmallows or things like that around the campfire. Just an all-around nice knife. So check them out if you haven't already. You'll be very impressed with them. They're a super nice knife, and very happy to have got a hold of one of them. So, and you can find these in most knife stores. I got this one, Warriors and Wonders, and you can check them out online. They have a huge variety of knives and quite good prices, especially for Canada. So check out the Ontario Knife Company RAT 2 and also the RAT 1. Very nice knives. Very, very happy with them. So thank you for joining me on this review. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment. And until next time when we do another review, you stay safe and stay sharp.